I always get into these talks with myself, and I feel as if I'm saying some pretty like important things, and I never think to record it until it's too late. I'll be like mid thought and be like, I should record this. I go grab my phone and then I get to recording, but then like nothing wants to come out. So this is really just talking about things that I've learned that could be of great value to whoever's listening. So I was thinking about like poverty and poorness. I was thinking about how like being poor is actually a pretty good way of learning to do a lot with a little and be creative in that way. You know, like if all you have to eat for a week is rice and beans, you got to think about how many different ways you can make those rice and beans so you can like at least have some type of pleasure out of it. There's obviously the pleasure of just eating, the fulfillment that comes with satiating hunger, but then, you know, we're humans, so we got taste buds. How many different ways can I make this meal? What type of seasonings do I use? What temperature do I cook it? Is it stovetop? Is it a rice cooker? Is it refried beans? Are they dry beans and I need to soak them? Are they canned beans? You know? So the I broke my emerald. It's a cluster. That's a bit unfortunate, but at the same time, I have a personal piece to take with me. So I guess you can find the good things in all things if you want to. I was also thinking about loss and grief a little bit, and how I've got some really good people in my life who can sort of keep me in line and on track so I don't beat myself up when things don't go my way, or like tragic events happen or any type of loss and grief. There was this one time I was camping with some homies out in Arizona, and I had bought this like bracelet same day. It was like a white eggshell color and purple, and I was excited to wear it. I had it on, took it camping with me, and we're around this lake, and I start skipping rocks, not remembering that I have this bracelet on, and so I slung it off into the water. And I was so like hurt about it because I had just bought it, spent money on it. I really didn't even get to wear it like that and style it and all types of stuff. And my homie, he was just like, hey bro, it's just a bracelet, like it's all good. And I was fighting him at first internally because I was like, man, it's not just a bracelet though. It's like, it was my bracelet. It was that possessiveness quality to it. It was like, this is mine and I bought it and I want it back, but it's gone. So there was this like this wanting and, you know, this longing to have it back, but it was gone. So it was like a little grief for me. It was a loss that I had to take. I went through a couple emotions, but um, the point being, my friend being there and telling me that, it helped me to not keep repeating in my mind what had happened to my bracelet, and continuously bringing up those emotions that don't feel good. It's like, okay, let that be it. I have another friend who does similar. And if I'm ever feeling down, depressed, sad, whatever, he'll give me the space to be able to express myself. But then he'll usually come in and say something positive. And it's not that fake positivity bullshit. My boy just knows how to sort of like brush things off. And that's something that I've learned from him. It's a really useful skill. Because I've been one to simply just hammer on and on and on and on when things don't go my way or something not good happens, I'm always trying to calculate and figure out, like, why did this happen? And I'll run the whole situation back. What did I say? What did they say? How could I have said this differently? What would have happened? You know, all of these other potential possibilities versus just being okay with the outcome. It's not my desired outcome, which is why I want to, like, overthink and complicate matters. But I got good people around me, so they tell me, hey, bro, just, you know, it's all good, bro, just chill. And I be chilling as much as possible. I know I switched subjects, I switched topics and whatnot, because I was talking about poverty and doing a lot with a little. But that was something I felt like I had to share, just being able to have good people around you, or at least have the discipline and desire to not harp on things that don't feel as good. If there's a better way of looking at something, then choose that instead of becoming so fixated and stuck. It's a really useful skill to have. You start seeing the world in, like, many different perspectives quickly if you can allow yourself to just sort of change. Let those energies pass, let the emotions move through. I think what happens is, like, momentum becomes built up. Say something that we don't like happens. It's a strong disliking, and so this strong disliking has a certain energy. It's like a surge of power that runs through it and through you, through everything. The whole event that has happened is charged with something, and you're a part of it. And so you can let that run its course and be done with it, or you can use your powerful mind and remember what happened, thus creating, like, another situation that feels the same, except it's happening in here and not out here in the world. So the mind is a really powerful tool in the way that you can, like, essentially conjure up the same type of energy. That's why remembrance is so beautiful. But it can be negatively effective because if you're just conjuring up the same shitty problem, you're not really getting anywhere other than building momentum in that specific energy. If I decide to plant a tree, an oak tree, it will always be an oak tree, whether it's small or large. If I give it the appropriate nutrients and the earth does what it needs to do, it will become bigger and bigger. If your idea or an event that has happened is like a seed, and yet you keep giving that seed the momentum that it wants, the energy that is needed to, you know, to help it grow, then it will. But it's important to be mindful about, like, what the seed is. Is it something that you want to cultivate in your garden? And for a long time, I was cultivating things that weren't really the best for me. But I've also realized I've come to a better place in which I can, like, be more content most of the time, regardless of situation. Of course, I'll still feel some things that are, like, displeasing, but it's never like I should continue to pour water into the idea. I'm not giving it nutrients, you know? It happens. It's a part of life, and we keep on. And if anything, I've also learned to enjoy the beauty of those situations that don't really feel as good. I think that there's a certain pleasantness that happens if you look at annoyance from a different perspective. The beauty of annoyance, or the beauty of, like, frustration or grief. Like the fact that I'm a human and I have emotions, and those emotions range from, like, happy to sad to gloomy to melancholy to joyful and ecstatic and all these realms in between. Like, every single thing that I feel is so unique and beautiful in that way. It's like, why would I not be appreciative of it, even if it does bring tears or anger? So, all right, I think I'm done talking. Again, that was kind of all over the place, but this was just me literally just recording some ideas because I was talking earlier with myself, just laying things out. And I wanted to record a little bit and share it. So maybe this will be helpful, informative, or maybe it's just entertainment, or maybe it's nothing. You do what you want with it. I don't really care.